Hi guys, Veggie Gamer back, and I've seen it, guys. I went and saw it after all the rant videos and suggestion videos and all the waffle that I've been posting over the last year. It would be remiss of me to not go and actually see the Sonic movie. It came out today. I actually saw the morning showing. Very few people in there, but then again, it was morning on a Tuesday, on a Friday, I should say. And so it's hardly to be surprised. There were a few other people there. I wasn't the only person in there alone, which is nice, because I didn't want to look like a complete weirdo. But yes, guys, I saw the movie. I got some thoughts about it. There are some very cool things in it, which we will probably get into in the spoiler section. I had to I'm going to split this up into my overview thoughts, and then I'll give you a big warning before going into some spoilers. But yes, there are some cool things in there, guys, which I was not expecting. But either way, guys, what are my general thoughts? But guys, I think in the first video which I did for the Sonic movie, I was like saying, you can't make a Sonic movie set on Earth. And to be honest, I still kind of believe that. That being said, this is the best possible version of that movie, if that makes any sense. I gotta admit, guys, I actually really enjoyed it. I am possibly a bit biased because I am an old school Sonic fan. I had to say old school, guys, because there are a lot of the newer games which I did not play. But I absolutely grew up a Sega fan, and particularly a Sonic fan. I gotta admit, guys, if I saw this as a kid, I probably would have absolutely adored it. I don't know if kids nowadays are gonna like it so much because it's a lot more basic. This is like the latest trailer actually suggested. I'm not sure the latest trailer. I think I missed the latest trailer because I just didn't want to see it anymore. But the big trailer where it had the redesign, it really felt like a 90s basic kids movie. That's what you have here, guys. It is not very complicated. It's very straightforward. It's A to B storyline, and I am absolutely fine with that. I don't know if kids nowadays are going to be used to such a basic storyline, but after seeing things like Rise of Skywalker, I am so glad to go back to a movie which just has one MacGuffin. I'm probably using that term wrong. I apologise. One MacGuffin throughout the entire movie. Not a different MacGuffin every 2 seconds like in the blooming Rise of Skywalker. Or is it they go down to the planet to like... I shouldn't really spoil it, but... where like they go down to the planet to get something done to C-3PO, and then the person down there says, hey, here's a coin that will get you onto any Imperial ship. I know they're not the Imperium. I can't remember what they're called. They are called the Last... No, they're not. I was going to say the Last Jedi. The New Order? Last Order? I can't remember. Who cares? We're talking about Sonic. Anyway, very nice. Yes, I definitely prefer this than Rise of Skywalker. Very nice. If you've seen it and you've seen Rise of Skywalker as well, let me know your thoughts in the comments. I would be very interested to see if you all agree with me, because the fact that it's just one MacGuffin, it's such a... It's a breath of fresh air, and not just for Rise of Skywalker. Most movies have to have so many things going on at the moment, but this is just so much more simple, and I like that about it. I had imagined that a lot of actual movie critics, which I am one of, will see that as a big flaw in it. I saw it as a big plus. Again, I might be a bit biased, guys. I'll be honest. Sonic looked so great in it. Whenever he was on screen, I was kind of marking out. That's a wrestling term, nice. Yeah, I was kind of like fanboying, I guess the term would be for a more general audience. I prefer marking out. But anyway, the notes. Yeah, let's have a look at my quick little notes. I felt the acting was great. The dude who played Tom, I've never seen him in anything. I believe that he's actually a very, very famous actor, but I've just never seen him in anything. He was great, and he kind of needed to be, because obviously he's talking to a cartoon throughout the entire movie, much like Bob Hoskins in Roger Rabbit. I thought he was excellent. The supporting cast were all good. I say Robotnik. Jim Carrey. Only a couple of times I thought, okay, this is just Jim Carrey. It wasn't just him being Jim Carrey, like he was when he played the Riddler back in the day in Batman Forever. That was just Jim Carrey. Whereas this, there's a lot more to him. He is quite sinister and quite scary at times. It's kind of interesting because towards the end of the movie, he seems to start doing something different with his voice. And I kind of wish he'd done that throughout. If you picked up on that as well, let me know in the comments, guys. But towards like the final act of the movie, he sounds different than the rest of the movie. Maybe because he's meant to be frustrated. I'm not sure. One thing which I really liked about it is that Sonic is a very, very likable, lovable character in it. He's not a jerk, and that's one thing which we need to go into talking about the spoilers, because I'm a little bit confused, guys. I don't know how much they changed when it came to redoing the movie. It wasn't just his physical appearance, guys. He is definitely a lot less of a jerk than the one which is in the trailer, the original design trailer. Yeah, like that Sonic just seemed very, very smug and dismissive, whereas this Sonic, you do feel really sorry for, you feel bad for him, but anyways, you need to see the movie to understand exactly why. But yes, no, I'm rambling, guys. I am not a professional movie reviewer. I apologise if you hadn't worked out in the first 4 minutes of this video. But either way, guys, I really enjoyed it. I would watch it again. I would watch a sequel. Yeah, I did, guys. I would imagine that it probably isn't scoring well. I haven't actually looked it up because I wanted to have my own fresh opinions, but I can imagine it probably isn't scoring that well amongst critics. But I'm hoping that the audiences will like it a lot more. You might need to be a Sonic fan to really appreciate it, because like I say, whenever Sonic's on screen, I was like, this is... My childhood self would have been absolutely marking out here. I'm going to say marking out, guys. I like that term. Either way, we're going to move on to the spoilers now, guys. I've actually got some notes here. So if you haven't seen the movie yet and you don't want to get spoilt, go and see the movie, guys. I enjoyed it. Let me know what you thought in the comments. I'd be very interested to know what you think. And I'm going to have a quick sip of cola. I asked for a small cola in the cinema, and they basically gave me a bucket. I don't understand people who can drink that much in one go, let alone... And this was a small one. I don't understand it. Anyway, guys, enough of. Do you reckon they're all gone? I reckon they're all gone. Okay, VEGGIEKNIGHTS. One thing which I want to go into straight away when I was talking about how much of the movie they changed. There is a line in the original design trailer where, like, Tom is like, what are you doing here, or something like that. And Sonic says, basically, I'm here to save your planet. That is not the storyline to this movie, guys. On no level is that the storyline to this movie. In any way, if Sonic got captured or killed or anything, the planet would be fine. Unless Robotnik had some, like, extra motive that he was going to pull off, but Sonic wouldn't know about that. There were certain things in there which is like, I can't imagine this movie being anything like it is with the original design, going on the original trailer, because the tone of the movie is completely different. So yeah, that really threw me off. The first thing I did when I got home was like, well, hang on, I need to check out the original trailer again. And yeah, that line, I've got to save your planet, is not the storyline to this movie on any level, VEGGIEKNIGHTS. The storyline to the movie is Sonic is being chased, and he wants to be part of a family and have friends and everything, but he has to hide away throughout his entire life, and he gets found out because he screws up at one point. Gets a bit emotional on a baseball diamond, is that what they call it? But yeah, that really threw me off. We gotta talk about the thing which happens right at the start of the movie, guys. It may as well be saying, hey, you want this movie? You want this movie? Well, you can't have this movie, you gotta get this movie instead. When I first saw the images of Baby Sonic, I thought, okay, yeah, Baby Yoda, Baby frickin' Peanut, or whatever it is. We get it, it's a trend at the moment, fine. If it's going to be short, it's fine. But the scene that he's in, my god, guys, I was like, wait, no, I want this movie, I want this movie. It's Sonic, like, running to, like, I don't know, it's like his protector, let's say, and it's this big bird, I can't remember the name, I'm terrible with names, I'm afraid. And, like, he's, like, brought a little, Green Hill style flower, and they're talking, and then suddenly in the background, a tribe of echidnas appear, and they look freaking badass! They look freaking amazing! There was no clear one that was Knuckles. I saw at least one which had Knuckles. I'd imagine they all had, like, you know, spiky Knuckles, like Knuckles does, the character. This is getting confusing. But they looked so cool, and I was like, no, please, no, I want this movie! That is a possible tease for a future movie. We'll go into why they're definitely wanting to do a sequel. I don't know if it'll happen, guys. I hope it does, to be honest, because they looked so cool. They looked so cool, and they were on screen for like around 30 seconds, if that. Next on my list, yeah, it is a very, very 90s style movie, guys. In pretty much every single way. including the extremely limited and pointless female character in it. I thought she was great. I thought the actress was very, very good. The character is so surplus to requirements. And when I say 90s movies, guys, there are a lot of 90s movies which have very, very, very secondary female characters. One which springs to mind straight away is Rush Hour, which is one of my favourite movies. I gotta say, guys, I do like more artsy movies as well. It's not just Sonic movie and Rush Hour. But where there's like a character, there's like the female character who's probably in like, say, I can name 3 scenes that she's in. She may be in more. And in like one of the early scenes, she's like trying to dispose of a test bomb, and she fails the test, and like, you know, smoke comes out of it and everything. It's like, oh wow, I wonder if that's gonna pay off. And then right at the end of the movie, it pays off where she defuses a bomb. She is completely irrelevant to the rest of the movie, and that's really what I felt about this. This female character. Like I said, I can't even remember her name. I think that her sister's daughter is called JoJo. I think they kept on saying JoJo, but I don't know what the name of the female lead is, I'm afraid, guys. She was so surplus to requirements. I would have liked to see more of her, is what I mean. I'm not saying that she's a bad character or a bad actress or anything. I just would like to have more reason to care about her. And when we get to like the crux at the end, where it's a funny line where like Tom like says, it's something like, by the way, you're super fast. We can't outrun these rockets that are about to fly at us. And she's there, and I was like, well, I mean, the scene may even be better if she wasn't there, because she is barely in the movie, guys. She should have been in it more. I really do think that she should have been in it more. But that's life. Maybe in the sequel. And when I say sequel, guys, at the end, I couldn't believe it, guys. It's really odd. Right at the end, as soon as this credits started rolling, there's a really cool like Mega Drive Genesis style animation of the movie, which is really cool. So as the credits were rolling, I thought, oh, that's really cool. So I watched it. Every single person in the cinema, except for me and 2 other people, left at that point, and they missed the scene which I think everyone and their mother predicted VEGGIEKNIGHTS at the end of at the end of that little sequence. It cuts back to Green Hills, which is the town where Sonic is hiding, and it shows like the floor, and you see all these leaves start to like fly around in a circle. And for the briefest second, I thought, "Oh my God, it's Espio!" It is an Espio, guys. It's exactly who we thought it was going to be. A big ring appears, and Tails comes flying through it. He looks good, guys. I've never been convinced by his 3D Tails. I always have thought it looked a bit weird compared to like the original 2D Mega Drive Genesis Tails. But he looks fine though. He's looking for Sonic for whatever reason. I'm hoping it has something to do with the Echidna tribe. Those Echidnas look so cool. I kind of hope that Knuckles isn't a part of the Echidna tribe, because Knuckles should be like, you know, looking after his Super Chaos Emeralds? Is that what the Ultra Chaos Emeralds? I can't remember quite what they're called. Yeah, and so yeah, I would hope that he's not part of them, but you know, if he is, I'm not going to complain either, because they looked so cool. Seriously, guys, that was like the best part of the movie for me. There was a nice bit where Sonic is looking like at a little map of like all these different places where he could go to, and I didn't see any. I'm sure there are some Easter eggs. It was only on the screen for half a second, but it showed some logos of what could be different zones, because where Sonic is from, which is never named in the movie, so we'll call it Green Hill Zone. That the world is that one island, and so it looks like they're going to be worlds rather than zones of one planet, and so maybe Mobius is going to be. Actually, they could easily get around it by calling Sonic's home Mobius rather than Green Hill Zone, but I'm waffling now, guys. Anyway, Tails looks great. I was very pleased to see him in it, and they're obviously teasing for a sequel because he's trying to find Sonic, and he says, "I hope that I'm not too late," or something like that. So, what that's all about, hopefully we'll find out in the sequel. I should say, at the start of the movie, it showed loads of different Mega Drive games, as the camera panned out to it showing like the big Sega logo, and there was a load of voices going Sega, which was a wonderful reference. So I don't know if they're going to attempt to make other Sega movies. If there's any that you would like particularly to see, let me know in the comments, guys. There was Golden Axe was one of the first games that they showed. I can't imagine a Golden Axe movie nowadays. I don't think that would work, but you know what? Prove me wrong. I didn't think that this movie would work, and I definitely enjoyed it more than I thought I would. Easter egg wise, there are some nice Easter eggs. I'm not sure if it is what it's originally called Sonic, but that drawing is in the movie, guys, which I was not expecting. Robotnik refers to his little robots as badniks, which I thought was really cool. It's just like a little briefing that shows badniks written on a little control panel. The Sega intro I've already mentioned. They explain, they give a reason for why Robotnik is called Eggman, which is very, very nice. It's a very, very nice touch because Sonic is referring to Tom all the way through the movie by the Donut King or Donut Lord or something, and so he has like these little nicknames for everyone, and he calls Robotnik Eggman. He's the only person to call him that as well. Everyone else refers to him as Robotnik. At the very end, where like it's all happy and everything, Sonic has been like brought into this couple's family, and there are definitely some Easter eggs in his bedroom. There's like a little cart, which like the bed is like a cart, so it's like obviously the racing games. There are some other references. There's lots of miles per hour signs, but I don't think that's really meant to be a reference. But yeah, I can't remember. There was definitely other references in that room, guys. I can't believe I can't remember what they are. So that's really it for like the spoilers. The storyline itself is basically he loses his rings and he needs to get them back. I can see a lot of people who aren't Sonic fans and critics thinking that the whole teleporting ring thing is a bit tacky, but I'm a Sonic fan. I'm fine with it. Warp zones had massive rings that you jumped through. I'm absolutely fine with it. Onto the negatives. I've only got a few here. Oh yes, the biggest one for me is the female character not having enough screen time. She just seems so pointless. And I know that in a lot of 90s movies, that was the norm. It's not the norm anymore, guys. She was barely in the movie at all. Her sister was actually very funny. She was more of a character than the love interest. I would have liked Robotnik to use more interesting looking ships and badniks. Maybe in the sequel, it's clear at the end that Robotnik is going completely nuts. He's basically stranded on that mushroom world completely on his own without a way out. And also, some of the humour really didn't land, guys. I liked this scene in the bar, but the longer that the scene went on, I was like, okay, this is becoming unfunny now. A lot of the humour, I would say that, like, say, 70% of the humour landed for me. Some of it just was kind of weak, guys. Maybe I'm alone there. Obviously, humour is subjective anyway, but yeah, some of the humour really didn't land, but the vast majority of it did, in my opinion. So maybe it's because I'm a mark, VEGGIEKNIGHTS, but I did enjoy the movie. I would see it again. I would hope there's going to be a sequel, and it has the storyline already written for it, guys. This tribe is still trying to capture Sonic, this tribe of echidnas, and you know what? Maybe set half of it on a different world, but I'm okay with it also taking place on Earth. That actually worked better than I was expecting. It is a very basic movie though, guys. Like I say, if you're expecting like a really complicated storyline, it is not the movie for you. But personally, I was okay to look past those things, and I really enjoyed it. Let me know what you think in the comments, VEGGIEKNIGHTS. Yeah, are you hoping for a sequel? Who would you like to see in it, VEGGIEKNIGHTS? Like I say, I thought SP was going to appear at the end of this one, and that would have been so random, but no. We got our Tails, we got something that's heavily hinting towards Knuckles being in it, but like I say, I would like him to have the... I mean, I think that they need to introduce the Emeralds if they do a next Sonic movie. But what other characters would you like to see in it, though? I personally, I've always been a big fan of Fang. I don't think that's going to happen, but, you know... We can always wish, VEGGIEKNIGHTS. I'm going to leave it there. Thank you all so much for watching. If you have any other thoughts on the movie, please let me know. Please like and subscribe, all that good stuff. I'm VEGGieGamer, and I'll see you next time.